Malaga. A picturesque Andalusian city, Malaga is known as one of the oldest cities in the world. Home to iconic artist Pablo Picasso, and also home to one of the largest ports/industry in all of Spain. But at the heart of Malaga lies a sleeping giant. Champions League quarter-finalists in 2012-13 and the starting place for some of Spanish footballers' biggest ballers, Malaga would tear up Spanish football, cementing themselves as a real threat between 2011 and 2014. No more so than when they dispatched of the giant Real Madrid 3-2 in the league. Some big ballers plied their trade there, the likes of Willy Caballero, Elisu, Salomon Rondon, Nacho Monreal, Joaquin, Santi Cazorla, Ruud van Nistelrooy, and the golden boy himself, Isco. However, unfortunately, due to mismanagement of funds and mismanagement of the club, Malaga would see their downfall, and in 2018 Malaga would find themselves relegated back to the Segunda Division, where their financial problems would continue to plague the club. However, it's time to bring back honour to the Estadio de la Rosaleda. Join me as we breathe life back into this sleeping giant and revive them.
demos una cálida bienvenida al nuevo manager.
Wagwan people, and welcome to the first episode of the Malaga CF here on my channel. Yes, we're changing it up. We're going for the Spanish League, and we are going for an absolute huge club that have fallen on some hard times in recent years. We're going for Malaga. Now, things are going to be a little bit weird because of where my green screen is situated now. When I'm talking to you at the beginning of episodes and throughout the episodes, I'll be looking this way. But for gameplay and other stuff, I will be looking that way and then looking to the side. It's a bit confusing, but I'm sure we'll all get used to it eventually. Right, so let's crack on into the emails and let me switch over this. So to start things off, we have all of our beginning emails. We will look at the expectations from the club. However, I do have a bunch of my own objectives that I will be putting up on the screen after we do the initial stuff. So for youth development, they want us to sign 2 players to the defensive position in our academy and have them play. They want us to sign 2 players from South America. That one I'm not 100% sure if that's going to get done. They want us to keep salary growth under 5% and long term make a 10.3 million profit from youth player sales within 3 seasons. This season they want us to fight for promotion, reach the round of 16 in the Copa de España and eventually gain promotion in 2 seasons. I will now put up my own objectives as to what I'm looking for from youth, from signings, from on the pitch, and I believe that's it, and I guess kind of financially. So I'll hop back into you guys in a minute. So we have our first youth scouts here. Obviously we will have our homegrown talent this year, David Miranda, and to be honest, he's already looking good enough to be called up to the first team, so we're going to get him straight in for sure. We've got this young man from Japan, probably isn't going to make the cut, so we're going to release him. David Bartos looks like he could be an interesting goalkeeper at some point, 6'4". Mercier, again, a bit iffy. Same with Aziz Nasser, another kind of iffy one, but we'll leave them in there to see what they can do. We do have 8 million to work with this season. I'm not gonna go out and spend loads of money in season 1, as you would have heard in my financial layout for season 1. We're gonna spend most of it getting a new scout, so I'm gonna do that right now. We've got our 2 million scout here, so 2 million of it is gonna go on him. He is going to stay in Spain and look for some technically gifted players for us. And our other scout we will be sending out to Africa. As anyone who knows anything about my channel will know, I've got a love for African football, and we will be sending this scout out to Cameroon for 9 months. No particular thing to set up on there. I may look after pre-season to change a couple things in the squad in terms of signings. However, like I say, it's going to be limited signings in season 1. We're going to kind of try and run with the team that we already have. So here is the rundown of the team. We have got Danny Barrio in goal. He is 34 years old though, so we'll probably look to bring in a younger keeper. We do have a younger keeper, however he is only sitting at 62 right now, and we've got a keeper also loaned in from Real Betis. Something I have noticed about this Malaga side, having looked at the team now, we have got an incredible amount of loan players in. That's something we definitely are going to need to sort out in season 2, whether we get promoted or whether we stay in this division. We are playing on Ultimate, so it's going to be tough. I want it to be a tough challenge, don't want it to be easy. So yeah, let's take a look through. We've got a young left back here, Cristo Romero. He's on loan at a rival of ours, Serie B. Well, not a rival, but you know, like a rival in terms of they're in the same league as us. but he is 68 rated, and the next two we have Javi Jimenez, who is 25 years old. We do have, I can't say his first name properly, so we'll just say Kufre, loaned in. But I'm almost tempted to bring this young man back and give him a little bit more of the playing time, since he'll be the one playing going forward, but we'll decide that a little bit further down. I'll just go through. Obviously our captain is retiring at the end of this season. You can just take a look at this as I'm going through. If there's anyone you want to take a particular look at, you're more than welcome to pause and take a look. We have got a young man that has that special something tag called Kevin. So we'll be looking to probably try and grow him at some point. He's currently a left winger but can play striker and right mid, so he'll be good for rotation. We have another one here, Ismail. He's 65 currently, so he probably isn't too far away from first team action. And our new man, David Miranda, 16 years old, has that potential to be special tag, 69 rated. We will be looking to get him playing as soon as possible. He does have some stern competition though, so it's not going to be that easy for him. As you can see, that's the whole team right there. Let's take a look at the formation. Like I say, not going to be changing tactics for now, as you would have heard in my own objectives. We're going to stick with the tactics that they're playing. We'll try and get our own play style in towards the end of this season, beginning of the next season. Once we get things established the way that we want to play, then we'll take a look at things. But as you can see here, this is the team we're currently rocking. Kevin is on the bench. I need to bring our new youth lad up to the bench, because he definitely is going to be getting involved in first team football right away. Couple of emails. We've got our welcome email, and Miranda's also come to us as well. He's very excited to get started. We are at the first game against Nîmes. We are just going to quick sim this straight away to see what happens. We do walk away with a 2-1 win against Nîmes in our first pre-season game, which is very nice. There is one thing I want to do, actually, kind of like when you get injuries enforced on you and you kind of have to react. Don't forget to use substitutes. Yeah, but I wasn't. We've already immediately got an offer in for our young homegrown talent. Absolutely no way that he's leaving. Absolutely no chance. Through it. Preston beat us 2-1, unfortunately. I'm sure I'll get another email telling me not to forget to use subs. And we do have our first injury. But is it Brian? It's Brian, really. Brian Kufre is injured. That's a pretty massive deal for us, considering we were contemplating whether to bring back that young left back. I think now, since he's out for 4 weeks, I think now that's kind of made my plan up. I'm going to see if I can recall the lad. And there you go, we have recalled him. He also has that special something tag, so he's definitely going to be playing for me, for sure. So actually, we'll install him into the starting lineup and have Jimenez play the bench. This one we're going to do on the live sim. I'm going to keep things how they are for now. Go on the live sim and see how we do intercept it. We should realistically have the lead there. We've been very unlucky not to get it, I would say. Jaro's a bit tired, so we're going to bring on Miranda on that left, and we're also going to bring off Josebed here because he's also struggling. It's a very evenly fought game so far, to be honest. Very end-to-end. Rosenborg play it round well, though, and they do find the space. As I say, it was evenly fought. We're going to bring on Kevin, the young man at striker, for the last couple of minutes. But it looks like we will be going out in pre-season here. Miranda now, what can he do with it on that wing? He has to go back. Finds a ball inside. That's a very good ball. And as I say, we might be going out. Thomas, or Brandon, whatever you want to call him, gets us back on level terms. Miranda going down the wing. He's going to need some help, and the pass isn't great from him, and that is going to do it. It's going to be a 1-1 draw. Preston beat Nîmes, so maybe we can sneak through on that. However, we don't. We're going to have a lot of training to do before we get into our first game. So I will get all of that done off camera and then come back once we get to our first game. So I had to just hop back in here. Chelsea have signed Gareth Bale for 21 million. How random is that of a signing for Chelsea? 32-year-old Gareth Bale is on 155k a week for 21 million from Real Madrid. Alright, first youth update. So let's take a look at our Spanish one first. He looks good enough. He can stay in there. He looks good enough. He looks good enough, and he definitely looks good enough. Gonna leave him in there just because he's not quite at the top end. He's not bad, don't get me wrong, but he's not quite at the top end. You can go in, and you can go in. Again, not bad, but not quite at the top end. So now we can take a look at the report. The report. What's going on with me? What was that? I don't. Alright, let's just move on. So, Bartos, still potential between 65 and 83. Obviously, not going to get called up yet because doesn't really have the what we need in terms of overall rating. So, Mamadou Dabo, our new left back / centre back. He will never be playing centre back because he is 5'7". He has got a high attack and work rate, 3-star, and he is left-footed. Not great in terms of the acceleration, sprint speed, and agility. 50 agility for 5'7" is quite suspect. He's very strong and very aggressive though, so that's something to keep an eye on, I guess. And technically not great. He's going to be being left in there for a while, I can imagine. We also have Ibrahima Ganning. He is a not centre back, a CDM / central midfielder, currently 37 rated. Does have a 5-star weak foot, low medium, 3-star skill moves. He is also left footed. Very quick. Potentially in Austin Gale. Only 5'11", but potentially in Austin Gale. Decent acceleration, agility, and balance. Decent sprint speed as well. Not too great on the strength side of things. Good ball control. Decent dribbling and curve. Definitely looks like one that may be being used in the future should he keep growing at the same rate. We have Bruno Vasquez. He is a CDM central midfielder, 6 foot, 4-star weak foot, 3-star skill moves, right footed, medium. Doesn't look like he has anything to stand out. Decent acceleration, agility, and balance again though. Same with the sprint speed, looking good. Ball control's looking good. Curve, dribbling, free kick accuracy as well, looking good, which is an interesting trait. You don't often see many youth players have good free kick accuracy. Vicente Serrano. He is a left winger / left midfielder, 5'10", right footed, 3-star, 4-star, medium. He's got okay acceleration, agility, and sprint speed. Decent jumping on him as well. Technicals aren't looking too great. We'll keep seeing if he grows. This was the best one. Carlos Camacho, central midfielder / cam. He's a 3-star, 4-star, right footed. Does have a high defensive work rate at CM / cam though, which is interesting. Decent acceleration, agility, and balance again, with the sprint speed looking good as well. Ball control looking decent, curves looking decent, not bad. Obviously we've already seen Florian Mercer. Javier Aurelio, another new addition. He is a cam, low defensive work rate, medium attacking. We'll have to change that to high. He is a 2-star, 5-star. I like that 5-star weak foot, gotta be honest. Right footed cam. Again, the acceleration, agility, balance, and sprint speed are all looking decent enough. ball control is a little bit concerning. Decent curve on him though. And obviously then Nasser is the last one. What I want to do is I definitely want to get Camacho on a plan to get that work rate up so that it's at least high. So we'll put him on a box-to-box plan. I don't have massive plans for all of these off the top of my head so far. Again, I wanted to get his work rate up, so we'll look to do that with the Shadow Striker. As for the other ones, I think I'll just leave them for now to go about their business. Still a couple more training sessions to do yet before anything to show you, so I'll be back when that's done. Loan offer coming in here from Union Berlin for Ivan Calero, 26-year-old right back, right mid / left mid. I know it's only a loan offer, but it kind of gets someone out of the club, considering that our fullback position is so overstocked right now. So yeah, we'll let him go out on loan. Another transfer offer coming in, and transfer offer from Başakşehir for Gyro. He is 73 rated, however he is currently 28 years of age. I think what we'll do is we'll negotiate, see if we can get a little bit more money for him, and then go from there and ask for 3.5, and they say no, so there we go. That's the end of those negotiations. New transfer offer coming in for Ismail Casas, another one of our fullbacks. Again, not a starter. Calero, was it Calero? Yes, I think it was. It did go out on loan as well. I'm going to ask straight up for 4 million. They'll probably walk out on that. They say the best they can do is 2.5. I'm going to ask for 3.7. I know you've just been relegated, so you probably don't have a lot of money in the bank. The final offer is 2.5. I'm not interested, so that's going to be a no from us. Another one, back to back. Julio Martinez, they're asking. PC as well have come in for him. They're offering us 1.5 from PC. They say no. No sales as of yet. 2 offers coming through now. Absolutely crazy. 1 minute we had none, now we have hundreds. All of our young players trying to people are trying to get moves for. I think what we'll do now is just delegate these. I'm gonna ask for at least 3 million, starting at 4 million there. I'm gonna start the offer at 1.5 and ask for at least 2.2 and see how those go. Don't want to be selling too many players early on, but I'm also open to the idea of making some money for later on. Those negotiations break down, so that's fine. Kufre is back from his injury, so we may have been a little bit premature in calling back our young man. However, we are at our first game, and that means press conference time. That is the end of that first game up against Mirandes.
To La Rosaleda, the Rose Garden.
Oh, I like how I said that. La Rosaleda. I said it completely wrong. I know I absolutely butchered that. I don't even know why I bothered. That was ridiculously bad. So we really have to kind of just learn our team, learn our players, who we like, who we don't like early on in this one. And here's our opponent's lineup. Can't lie to you, I'm probably not going to know a lot of the players in these early years until we get up to the next division. But yes, we are at home for our first game, so hopefully we can make our home pitch a little bit of a fortress. Everyone likes to say that as a manager coming into a new club. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to pan out that way, but hopefully we can. Brings the rest of the team into the game. Bergui now, or Brugui powers one to the edge of the box to Alex Lopez. They are playing around us well, and it's a good shot by Simon. We don't close down the ball enough, and we do drop behind early in this one. They were playing the ball around very well. Very difficult this year to get those tackles away in the box. Maybe I should have been using the second man press a little bit more. They play all around well. I should have... the defenders should be doing better there. The centre backs need to close that avenue off, in my opinion. Can't win it away from the man. Vicente now comes forward with it. Try and get Josebed across there to stop that, but it's not quite to be. The centre back there doesn't deal with it very well. However, Romero is having an impressive first game for us at left back here. We are getting played around again, and we are going to concede to Simon again. Again, the centre backs just don't really seem very aware of what's going on around them. We are 2-0 down in our first game, and that fortress comment seems to be right out the window. They're going to give me the space. I'm going to run into it. But unfortunately, they do get the tackle in. Luis Munoz can find Romero outside, surely. He can. Romero beats his man, puts in a very, very good ball. Asking question marks is what I was about to say of the defence. And question marks it does ask. We managed to head it in at the back post. Paulinho getting the first goal for the series. Very, very good cross from Romero, has to be said. They give us the space to run down the wing. And look at the cross here. Asking questions of the defence. The keeper doesn't come out to claim it. And Paulinho is at the back post. Just manages to pop it back across the goal into the far side netting. 2-1, we're back in the game. Romero I'm liking the feel of a lot so far. Antonin gets the ball here. However, the referee's not going to let us finish that attack off. 2-1 at half time, not terrible, not good, but not terrible. The attack, Vicente creating even more. I thought that was an offside there. Not to be, they pull it back across one more. And that, us being back in the game, lasted all of about 6 minutes. Good play, to be honest. They play the extra ball. Gotta say, the centre-back again, our captain, Lomban, not a big fan so far. Accelerates inside, however gets tackled by their striker. Not ideal. Now Lomban out of position. Simon coming forward again. Vicente, the man who was really responsible for creating the last goal, might get one himself now, and that is terrible goalkeeping, and we are 4-1 down. Well, we have been taught a lesson in this first game. I want to see if that took a deflection, because if not, that goalkeeping was awful. No, that's just really bad goalkeeping. I think a keeper's going to be on the list, as well as some centre-backs. Brandon does still have his knock, so I'm imagining that's going to be a little while, that one.
Well, they just never got going. People will point fingers towards the centre-backs and keeper, and to be fair, they've been poor, no doubt about that.
Paulinho can swing this one though. Miranda's at the back. Oh, almost gets the volley through, but doesn't quite. Luis Munoz in the box, could find Brandon. Can Brandon shape and get around his man? He can, and he does manage to get a goal at least. We half the deficit, but don't think it's going to be enough to get us anything from this game, I have to be honest. Good play from the boys. Good cross. Unfortunately, Miranda, he does end up getting lucky. Good ball here. What nice bit of hold-up play. And we do manage to slam one home. Brandon Thomas getting his first goal of the season in the first game of the season. Oh, Miranda tries to get a challenge and ends up being the man on the floor.
Alex Lopez.
Riquelme in the box. Yeah, we're very, very bad at the back, has to be said. We are very, very bad at the back. This centre-back partnership will not be playing together again, I can tell you that much for sure. Lomban also may be getting dropped. We do finally have a centre-back to make a challenge, but we walk away being handedly beaten by our opponents. Wow, that was really, really bad. But yes, we are at home for our first game, so hopefully we can make our home pitch a little bit of a fortress. So yeah, we're going to end the first episode there. It's a disappointing way to end an episode, however, it happens, doesn't it, from time to time. You lose your first game, we just have to make sure that in the next ones we are bouncing back. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe to the video. You know what I mean. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell so that you can know when the next episodes are coming out. Thank you for watching again, and peace.
I'm saying bye to all the lies and all the times you cried, saying that I wasn't right, yet I was right by your side. You manipulator, playing games, your friends